All right. The Kansas City Chiefs have been one of the more active teams in the NFL offseason so far. A lot of trades, a lot of free agents, but there's one particular move that they have made that jumps out among all the others. Miles, what do you have on this?
Well, Nick, getting rid of Tyreek Hill was a big move for the Chiefs. Letting him walk in free agency, or trading him rather, is a really big deal. But it is not as big of a deal as the release of star safety Daniel Sorenson, one of our favorite players of the last 8 years in the league. Daniel Sorenson has left the Chiefs, and I think this squarely bolsters them as now a top 15 defense easily in the NFL, going from the bottom to the top just like that. A man who's known by his friends, family, and haters as Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan because he did the Chiefs so dirty in pass coverage, he had an abysmal 27 for a PFF grade. And yes, that is out of 100, a 27 coverage grade. So he's a connoisseur of hardly cooked barbecue, maybe dark toast. He does get burnt all the time. But he is signed with the New Orleans Saints. It's a one-year deal. At this point in time, the financials haven't been disclosed. I'm sure it's nothing crazy. But what do you think about this, Nick?
So I just love the fact how the moment you bring up Daniel Sorensen, we've been talking football all night, right? And that's when your dog starts going crazy. He can't wait to leave the room. He's scratching at the door. He's trying to get out. He hates Daniel Sorensen. He doesn't even hearing the name Daniel Sorensen makes him nervous. Look, you hit the nail on the head. This guy is terrible. You can do a research on any sort of the internet, any sort of Google search on Sorensen, and within exactly. It's the dog's emotionally traumatized after hearing about Daniel Sorensen. But you can do any search and just the blogosphere just destroys him. I mean, and the fact, like you said, the numbers don't lie. Like you said, he had a terrible PFF rating, but to put a little context into it, Sam Darnold's PFF rating was 55.
That's bad.
That's twice as good as Daniel Sorensen. Like, that's a huge gap. The Bengals had the worst offensive line in football by all accounts. Their worst offensive lineman, their PFF grade was 48, 20 points better than Daniel Sorensen. That's how bad Daniel Sorensen is. And I know we like to joke about, hey, he was really hurting the Chiefs defense, but honestly, like, they are, as much as, addition by subtraction, I used to think that wasn't a real thing, that's just a made up like corporate business thing. I think that's a real case here. The Chiefs have gotten a lot better just by no longer having Sorensen on the roster.
No, it's absolutely true. Week 6 this season is when Daniel Sorensen was benched for Juan Thornhill, who by all accounts was a better, more athletic, younger safety. And the Chiefs' defense absolutely turned on a dime as soon as Sorensen was benched. It was completely crazy, the change. And with Tyrann Mathieu still in the wings, no one knows what's going on with him at this point in time either. The Chiefs deciding to go in the decision to release Thornhill, who's been with the team for all 8 years in the league, it shows they've given him a chance. They've rode with him. They probably gave him some extensions, contract upgrades. But people like to say, okay, he made a lot of splash in the pan plays. He had a big week 5 last season. He had like a 75-yard interception return for a touchdown. But we can't forget that he's probably been burned at least like 12 times this season for a touchdown. When they played cover 1, I believe they said on 8 pass attempts, he let up 143 passing yards and a touchdown. So, I mean, that's just so crazy. I don't understand how a guy like this has played for this long in a coverage safety perspective. But it's just, I'm happy for the Chiefs, and I want to see them move forward from this defensive mistake.
Oh, yeah, you're 100% right there. And I think one of the things that has happened is that the NFL, a lot of coaches and players have said, hey, this player's good. He's a good player. But we've all gotten to become better fans as we've watched more football and read more about the game. But Sorensen is so bad that, like, anybody can look at him play and be like, he stinks. And like you said, credit to the Chiefs. They moved on, and they're going to be a much better defense for it.